Hello and welcome again as we consider yet another multiple choice question for IB Chemistry. Two cells undergoing electrolysis are connected in series. If X grams of silver are deposited in cell 1, what volume of oxygen in dm cube at STP is given off at cell 2? And here you have the atomic mass of silver and data on the molar volume of an ideal gas. Your four choices. Over on this side you have 1 mole per dm cube silver nitrate solution, and here you have 1 mole per dm cube sulfuric acid solution. This particular question has many sources of confusion, but if you take it step by step, you can take them apart and realize that it's quite simple. First of all, this is very much an electrolytic cell, and you're going to have silver Ag positive ions in solution here. Those would be attracted to this negative electrode or cathode, never mind the positive sign, gaining an electron. So 1 mole of Ag positive would gain 1 mole of electrons to form 1 mole of solid silver. And if you can have that, and you can have exactly 1 mole of electrons moving from this side, then you would have a 1-to-1 ratio. But what is it that happens on this side? This side, you have H2SO4, sulfuric acid. And this, of course, is the anode. This is the positive electrode, never mind the negative sign. This is where, if you have sulfuric acid, you're going to have OH negative going to form OH plus an electron. And then you'll have another OH negative going to form OH plus an electron. Then you combine these two and you get 2 OH negative H2O plus 2 electrons, and then you're ending up with an O by itself, which can't exist, so you're going to have to write half O2, and everything's balanced. So this half O2 gas that's produced here releases 2 electrons. So what we realize is to get half of a mole of oxygen, 2 electrons have to be sent this way. And because you're not allowed to have anything left over, then you have to ask yourself, what is going to be the balance between the electrons needed by silver and the electrons being given off by oxygen? Because if half of a mole is giving 2 electrons, you need to ask yourself, what volume would give 1 electron? If 2 electrons are given off by half of a mole, then to get 1 electron you need a half of a half, or 1/4. And once you realize that you need to have 1/4 of a mole of oxygen being produced here at the anode to liberate the amount of electrons needed so that you could get 1 mole of silver on this side, you realize that this ratio is 1 on this side and 1/4 on this side. And once you get that, you can go into the answers, because you don't actually have to quantify the volume of oxygen produced, which is misleading in this question. And all of this data that you're given is actually unnecessary, because you notice that all of these answers have the same value here and the same value here. That, of course, is for a numerical question if you actually had to quantify the volume of oxygen produced and the mass of silver produced. But that's not required. All you need to do is to figure out what is this relationship. 1 mole here, 1/4 of a mole here, and therefore the answer for this question should be A.